Greetings and salute. This is Elder Blacklight. Yeah, we still on that. Detroit was one of the first to have black awareness. We're going to highlight some media mongols. Coming up next is Don Barton. But these brothers sold out though. But anyway, they had it going on. WGPR and Don Barton. Check it out.
Tell us, where were you born and how did you grow up?
I was born in Detroit.
Barton was the only African-American owner of a national gambling company in the United States. The son of auto workers and the great-grandson of a freed slave, Mr. Barton rose from poverty to become owner of one of America's largest black-owned businesses, with casinos, automobile sales, music, and cable television. Mr. Barton began his business empire at the age of 21, with $500 in savings, opening a record store in Lorain, Ohio. Later, he founded Barton Cablevision, a cable television franchise that became the only cable system serving Detroit and its suburbs. Later, he founded Barton Cablevision, a cable television franchise that became the only cable system serving Detroit and its suburbs. In 1995, he sold his Detroit cable franchise to Comcast for $100 million, making it possible for him to open his majestic star.
My biggest dream and gratification was Barton Cablevision winning the franchise for the city of Detroit, at the time the largest single franchise in America. Most cities had divided their franchises into 3 and 4 parts. Coleman Young, God bless his soul, decided that he wanted one big franchise. You know why? Because he wanted all the people to be wired at the same time and not have the minority community excluded and wired last. So therefore, he gave out one franchise, and obviously following his advice, we wired the African American community first. That wasn't hard to do because most of Detroit is African American. Well, cable television was fascinating to me because it offered opportunities to provide opportunities to other people in terms of programming, in terms of installation, in terms of the office, and it was something of the future. I mean, I've always tried to peek into the future in my business endeavors, to look around the corner. You know, I did that in politics, I did that in real estate development. I saw cable as an extension of real estate development, where would be a good business opportunity for expansion and growth. And we built Inkster, Romulus, Van Buren, and then Detroit, the big one. But as I learned going down the road in the cable business, you have to be really big to get the super discounts from programmers. So I was in essence kind of required or forced to sell. Although I wish I had kept on and held on to it, there may have been a way to continue to expand and to get the discounts. But at the time, it was the right thing to do. So cable television to me was thrilling. The other thing that I wished was that we had started a national channel of our own programming, where we could have really developed a Detroit talent and really been what I think BET should have been years ago. We could have done it right here in Detroit. Well, when we were selected, I was just ecstatic. It was just an incredible achievement. And so many people helped with this effort. The community, we rallied the community. We had a great organization that covered all of the city. So we had tremendous community support, headed up by Wade Briggs and Larry Baskerville, who is since deceased. But We had great people on our board, including Esther Edwards, and we were the only company that was experienced. We were owning and operating cable systems. None of our competitors had any experience or were operating currently any system. And after we got the franchise, of course, we went on and brought in McLean Hunter as a partner. They lent additional capital to our operation, even though we still controlled it. But we had a good partnership. They were great partners, and we had a great company, a great family, a great organization. We built that system on time and on budget. Well, in May of 1986, we presented the city with a check. At the time, it was a whole lot of money, for over $1.6 million, and that represented the advanced franchise fee, which enabled us to start construction. We finished I will never forget this, we finished negotiating the franchise agreement, which was hundreds of pages long, over a weekend. In fact, I worked all night, I'm talking about all night, 24/7, over the Thanksgiving weekend to get the franchise agreement finalized. Worked in my office that Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, Friday, Saturday, and we finished it up Sunday night. The cable director, Mike, can't think of his name right now, I'm sorry, and Kathy Bryant, we worked night and day along with the other people in my staff, including Wade Butterball. We worked and got that franchise agreement hammered out. Coleman Young said, I don't want you, son of a bitch, excuse the expression, to go home until you finish that agreement. And we got it finished over that weekend, and then it was a matter of ordering equipment to head in, stringing lines. So we started actually into hard construction a few weeks after that, and we turned the system on for our first customers in December of that same year, 1986. 1986 was very special to me. It was, I had mixed emotions. My dad had died earlier in the year. I wanted him to see that moment, but he wasn't there. But my mother was there, and Coleman Young was there. In fact, the mayor connected the wires that turned the system on and energized it from our head in. We had people from the city council who were there participating in the ceremony, and it was a historic day. It was a representation for the largest cable communications company in America turning on one of the largest systems, the largest single system in America at the time. And mind you, this was 1986, so African Americans were not involved. And we lived up to our promise, and that was to engage and involve African Americans in the construction and operation and ownership of this cable system as mandated by the late Honorable Coleman Young. And we delivered on our promise. And, one of the greatest thrills I've ever had in my life was to know Coleman Young and to be able to deliver what we promised him in this cable system in the city of Detroit. Well, I feel really great that I was in a position to affect so many lives, to give people an opportunity to demonstrate their capability, to demonstrate many of their attributes, because it's very difficult to get a chance to do something and to prove yourself. And that's what ownership is all about, and that's what I've always practiced and preached. Those who have the goal make the rules. And that's the engine of what makes this country tick, and that is, you have to have capital, you have to have the power and the influence, because you're able to make decisions. You can decide who succeeds and who fails. And I was happy to see that I was in a position, thanks to Coleman Young, of course, I was in a position to help many other people and many other families, and even now, today, in the business I'm in, with over 4,000 people in our company, I'm very proud of the opportunities we're giving the people in our company, because that's our strength. That's the juice and the blood that flows through my veins, are the people that make me, that make me what I am.
Yeah, Detroit, Y'all must have forgot. Temple number 1. Black awareness. New Mecca, aka Detroit. First city. Master Farad Muhammad and his servant, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Y'all must have forgot Detroit. Black America, y'all must have forgot. Y'all see where I'm coming from now? What it be like now in 2020? Think about it. Sugar and sugar, salt is salt. If you ain't woke up yet, it ain't my fault. Salute.